All right, in an earlier video, I was investigating the really important topic of, is James Bond a code name, and can I convince AI search tools, search platforms that James Bond is a code name? I decided that I didn't really like the setup that I had, so we're going somewhere new here. I have started an entirely, or no, I'm about to create an entirely new brand inside my Scrunch instance that is specific to my website, What Would Bale Do? What Would Bale Do, you may recall, is a largely neglected blog website of mine uh, that doesn't get a whole lot of action, but one of the top blog posts on it in terms of traffic and rankings and so on is this thing that I wrote in 2015 about why James Bond is a code name. And so I'm going to be setting that up as if it is basically a real brand. I realize that's kind of silly, but that's what we're doing here because I really want to see if I can accomplish this. So we are creating a new brand right now in Scrunch for What Would Bale Do? And I'm honestly pretty excited to see how, you know what? I'm going to take this as a compliment right away that Scrunch has identified the AV Club / Film, Vulture, Screen Rant, and Collider as the main competitors of What Would Bale Do? And, personas, culturally engaged millennial, book enthusiast, socially conscious activist, creative writer, and pop culture aficionado. You know what? I'm going to take it. I like this. Now we are in my blank dashboard. We got our AI context over here telling us those things that we saw. This all seems fairly fair. Now, I like to identify my own prompts, especially I want to identify my own prompts because I only want to use this for this James Bond effort. So you may recall from a previous video that I chose some prompts that I thought were worth tracking. It's a short list. Is James Bond just an alias, etc.? Is it a code name? Really specific. Also, I'm going to narrow my efforts here a little bit. Grok might be kind of interesting here. Actually, as I think about this, if there's one platform that I think I could convince James Bond's a code name, it's probably Grok. So ChatGPT, Meta AI, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, Grok. I don't need all three of the Google options. I also really don't think Claude's ever going for this, so I'm not going to track that one. All right, and so I decided that I'm going to broaden the scope a little bit here too and track a bunch of other James Bond related keywords. Partially because I think that this could be related to future content efforts. So I'm dropping those in right here. But I am going to take a little look here. I'm going to delete some. Who is the next James Bond? I don't need Bond 26 confirmed. Why was 007 killed off? That's a good one. Who played Bond the longest? No. What is James Bond's favorite drink? Yes. Best? No. Ian Fleming? No. 7 times? No. Best Bond? No. 00 will keep. Halle Berry? No. Refuse? No. 007 calling M mom? Yes. No. No. Yes. Front teeth? No. 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 Okay, now I decided that I'm still not quite satisfied here. Now, I've talked before about how I don't believe in tracking too many prompts, but I do just want to take another look about if there's any other potential future content angles I can cover here. I sorted this by impression. Are all the James Bonds the same person? Why does James Bond use his real name? Because I'm really thinking about how I might be able to take different on the same concept. And the idea of him telling everyone his name, I think, is useful. because that is one of the big questions. And then how does he behave in the books is another. I don't want to go after the whole middle name thing. I'm just so at this point I am for things that I'm looking for new content angles that I might want to start tracking as prompts now. What is supposedly James Bond's family motto and also the title of a film starring Pierce Brosnan? That's just a trivia question that someone's trying to find an answer to. I kind of like it though. We're gonna go for that one. What happened to his parents? It's kind of interesting. I know I do this in a very manual way, but I think you come up with some cool stuff when you do things in really manual ways. I bet this is boring for those of you watching at home right now. I think I'm gonna stop. Okay, I got it down to these additional six prompts. Here we are. I don't like that. Why is that one in quotes? Oh, I think I know why it's in quotes, because it was a trivia question originally. All right, we're uploading. These are the 6 platforms. Let's go for it. "21 prompts. Add." All right, so now here we are over in my prompts monitoring. They haven't started running yet, obviously. I just added all of these. What's goofy here? Literally every one of these is about James Bond. I think I'm going to end up changing my topics around rather than using these auto-generated ones. And I'm also going to use tags. But for now, I just got to start collecting some data. So looking again in my AI context here, over in this part of Scrunch, the name of the brand is What Would Bale Do? Is that really going to show up anywhere? Probably not. We got our website listed. We got our personas. We got our competitive brands here. So let's see what happens. Can I convince the AI powers that be that James Bond is a codename? Come on this journey with me. Let's find out.